He thought the quiet would make things simple. He thought silence would be a safe place to breathe and to find himself. She thought the silence meant something else. She felt the space between them grow like a shadow in a room where the light had slowly gone out. When someone you love goes quiet, the first thing that arrives is the small, sharp feeling of being abandoned. It does not arrive as a loud scream. It arrives as a soft, persistent ache that sits at the base of the chest and keeps you awake at night. It wakes you for reasons you cannot name. It asks for answers the other person may not have. This story is for the one who waits, and also for the one who has gone quiet. It is for the person reading these words with a heavy chest and a tight throat. It is for those who wonder how to bridge a distance that feels sudden and impossible. It is a simple story about silence, about the reasons we shut down, and about the gentle steps that lead back toward one another. It is not a lecture. It is a hand extended across a gap, and it is an invitation to travel slowly back to one another. The beginning of the pain is simple to describe. You stop answering as fast. You leave the other person's messages unread. You do not call when you said you'd call. You do not show up the way you used to. The one who remains open interprets this quiet as rejection. Their mind starts to fill with small, clever explanations that are meant to make sense of the silence. They tell themselves that perhaps the other person is busy. Then the mind grows adventurous, and it starts to prepare worse stories. Perhaps you are angry with me. Perhaps you have found someone else. Perhaps I did something wrong. The mind is creative when it is left with little information. On the other side, silence sometimes grows for reasons that have nothing to do with the other person's heart. Sometimes we go quiet because we feel overwhelmed. Life places weight on us. Work, family, dreams, old wounds. Our mind closes like a door because we need a moment to sort the noise. Sometimes silence is a way to protect ourselves from saying something we might regret. Sometimes silence is a fog, not an intention to leave. To the person outside the fog, it looks like a closed gate. They do not see the person inside, trying to find their way by touch. When two people live on different banks of the same river, the sound of the water can make it hard to hear small calls. Distance becomes louder than intention. That is why a single honest word can be a bridge. Saying, "I need time," or "I'm dealing with something," or "I'm sorry for going quiet," is small and clear. It does not have to explain everything. It only needs to remind the other person that they are still seen. A line of truth keeps the mind from knitting ugly stories. This story asks you to remember that silence builds stories in the minds of those who hear it. Those stories are often cruel. They take small omissions and treat them as evidence. Do not assume someone else is reading the same script as you. The person who is quiet might not be writing any script at all. They might be merely breathing in a moment of fear. When you start to fill that empty space with the worst news, you do not help yourself. You practice a habit that makes waiting worse. If you have gone quiet, The first step back is humility. Admit to yourself that your silence has weight. Imagine what it feels like to be on the other side, checking the phone with a hope that keeps breaking a little each time there is no reply. Let that image be a soft lesson. Then choose a word. A short message is enough. I'm here. I'll call later. Or, I'm sorry I caused worry, can carry a great healing. The goal is not to perform a grand apology that erases everything. The goal is to show presence. Presence is a small lamp in the dark. It does not have to be a floodlight. If you are the one who waits, do not let your mind write verdicts about yourself and your worth. Quiet does not equal the end. It can be a hole you fall into, but it can also be a room you enter together later. Use this moment to take care of yourself. Drink water, go for a walk, speak to a friend, write down what you feel. Do not make the silence a test of your value. It is easy to mistake distance for personal failure. Remember that people are complicated. People carry old scars. Silence sometimes arrives to protect, not to punish. Both of you can learn to speak a new language together, the language of small signals. If the quiet one needs space, give them a clear map about your care. If the waiting one needs reassurance, ask for it gently. The simplest promise is often the most powerful. A time, a small gesture, a single call, a short ritual can become a lighthouse. Tell each other, if I go quiet, I will tell you why within a day. Or, if I need a break, I will say so and when I will return. Rituals are not chains. They are the shape of kindness made visible. This story holds the truth that healing does not require perfection. People will make mistakes. They will hurt one another without meaning to. The important act is to choose repair over pride. Pride keeps us silent because it sees asking as weakness. Repair sees asking as courage. There is humility in admitting fear, and there is bravery in reaching for connection when your hands feel small. If you can learn to put your pride down in those moments, you will save yourself from long seasons of regret. In practice, the way back is often simple. It starts with a single, honest sentence. I have been quiet, and I am sorry. I needed time for myself, not to leave you. That sentence is a seed. After it is planted, let your daily actions water it. Show up with small things, a short call, a small note, a cup of tea shared across a bench. Do not rush the whole forest to appear overnight. Rebuilding trust is like growing grass on a patch where someone once walked hard. It needs patient attention, not force. There are moments when silence cannot be healed quickly. Sometimes distance has stretched for too long, or one person kept leaving and the other kept waiting. In these moments, the story must turn toward clarity. Clarity is not a cold sword. Clarity is a kind light that shows whether two paths still meet. If you find that the quiet is a sign of something deeper, a change in feelings, or a decision to leave, then the brave act is to speak kindly and clearly. Saying, I care about you, but I need different things now, is painful and honest. It spares both people a slow drip sorrow that over time becomes crueler than a single true word. Yet, most often, the quiet holds fear and misunderstanding. It can be healed with consistent care. The first day after a long silence can be awkward. Your voices might stumble like people relearning a shared language. That is normal. Laugh at the awkwardness if you can. Find small ways to reconnect through shared things. A song, a memory, a place you used to visit. These common references are the tie that stitches two cloths together. In them you find easy words that remind you both of the moments you chose each other. This story wants to give you a daily mindset to carry. Each morning, tell yourself the simple truth. I am enough, even when I am unanswered. If the phone stays quiet, it does not erase your worth. If someone needs space, it does not reflect your failure. When you breathe each day, practice one small ritual that keeps you steady. It can be a short prayer, a few deep breaths, or a sentence written in a notebook. I choose kindness for myself and for others. This sentence will anchor you when worry tries to pull you into stories that are false. At night, before sleep, imagine holding both hands, yours and the other person's, even if they are not present. Visualize the warmth of connection. See it as a cord that can be mended with small knots of honesty and patience. Forgive yourself for the moments you feared too much. Forgive the other when they are slow to return. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It means choosing peace over the small fires of anger that burn for no good reason. When you practice forgiveness, you keep your heart light enough to reach again. If you are the quiet one reading this, remember to explain your silence without self-judgment. Your reasons are valid. Say them simply. I was overwhelmed. I needed to think. Or I didn't know how to say goodbye. These words can disarm a heart that is preparing for loss. They can stop the mind from making tournaments of worst-case scenarios. Honesty is not always easy, but honesty brings light to corners where shadows like to hide. If you are the one who waits, do not be afraid to ask for a small signal. A message that says, I'm okay, or I will call in 2 hours, holds power. Do not demand an explanation like a duty. Instead, ask with curiosity and without accusation. Curiosity opens doors. Accusation slams them. The tone of your request can be the key that unlocks the other person's closed mouth. Speak as if you are inviting, not testing. This story is also about spiritual tending. When silence becomes a wound, sometimes prayer, meditation, or a quiet walk in nature can help. Attend to the inner life as you would to a garden. Pull weeds of fear. Water the soil with patience. Light the small lamp of gratitude each day. Thank the person you love for the good they have given you without attaching that gratitude to a demand. When you carry gratitude and patience together, you become a person who can hold both the pain of silence and the hope of connection at the same time. There will be days when silence returns. Relationships are not a straight line. They are a river that bends. When this happens, remember the language you made. Go back to the small rituals. Repeat the sentence that mends. I am here and I care. If these rituals begin to crumble, remember that repair always starts with we. Use the word we more than the word you. We can try again. We can take 5 minutes each day to check in. We can agree on how to give space. These small plural promises create a safe frame for both people to move within. The heart that aches from silence needs food. Feed it with your own acts of kindness. Read a book that helps you see your own value. Meet a friend who can remind you of your worth. Take small steps back into life so that your identity is not only in another's reply. When you fill your life with small, steady joys, the silence becomes less terrifying because you are already whole enough to wait without losing yourself. For the quiet one, practice the discipline of returning. Make a list of short phrases you can send when the weight of the day feels too heavy to explain. Thinking of you, I'm okay, give me 2 hours, are short but precious. They keep the line open. They tell the other person that you are not gone. They are like small lanterns along the path. Carry them as a small toolkit for your heart. And always remember respect. If someone asks for space, respect it. If someone says they are hurting, do not rush to deny their feeling. Give room and then a gentle action. Actions are small. A voice call, a shared silence, a cup of tea together. Do not underestimate the power of showing up. Showing up is the proving ground of love. It's in small, steady returns that trust is rebuilt. There is a final truth that comforts those who fear silence. Time is a friend when used with intention. Time alone can mend what impatience tears further. Use time to learn. Use time to build small habits that make you resilient. Practice listening not only to words, but to pauses. In pauses, we find secrets and tender places waiting for soft attention. When a person goes quiet, give time, but measure it with gentle action. Send a note that says you are thinking of them. Make a plan to meet for tea. Hold a promise to return that you both can keep. Remember to be gentle with your inner voice. When the mind offers wild stories, answer it with a calmer sentence. Tell your anxiety, I am choosing to believe in the best possible truth until I learn otherwise. This does not mean being naive. It means choosing hope as a practice. Hope does not remove pain. It keeps you moving. Practice gratitude for the small signs of care that remain. A small memory, a shared joke, or a single photograph can remind you of the connection that still exists. Teach your heart the art of breathing into discomfort. When you feel the old familiar fear of being ignored, take 5 slow breaths. Each breath is a small act of courage. It brings your attention back to the body and away from the stories. With each breath, tell yourself, I can handle this moment. This too shall shape me, not break me. Practice this often. Let it be your first tool when worry knocks. Ask for help when the silence starts to feel like it will swallow you. Call a friend who listens without judgment. Talk to someone who can remind you of your worth. Sometimes the presence of another kind person is the medicine that helps you wait with grace. If you cannot find a friend who understands, write a letter you never send. Pour the ache into pages. Writing is a prayer in ink. It clarifies your mind and heals your heart. Keep your words honest. Let them be your mirror. A small practice to try when you fear someone's silence is to make a list of 3 things that are true about yourself right now. They can be small. I cooked today. I walked to the market. I smiled at a neighbor. These small truths anchor you in life. They tell your mind that you are not defined by one quiet phone or one missed call. You are made of many things. When you collect these truths, your heart remembers its own fullness. When you do reconnect, do not demand that everything be as it was. Accept the ways you have both changed. Growth is something you earn together by being patient. Share what you learned about yourself during the quiet. Speak about fear and hope without accusation. Let the conversation be an offering, not a trial. When you listen to the other person, listen as if their words are fragile glass. Handle them with care. Ask gentle questions. Allow silence to exist briefly in the conversation, so both of you can think and not feel rushed. It helps to create a small ritual after a long silence. The ritual might be simple. Light a candle, make tea, sit facing one another for 5 minutes without phones, or walk together in silence for a short while. These rituals are not grand. They are humble practices that speak the language of presence. They say, without many words, I choose you again. Repetition of a small ritual builds trust in a steady, quiet way. If the quiet came from a place of pain, ask for kindness while seeking clarity. Sometimes a person withdraws because they are scared of hurting you, or because they fear their own feelings. In that case, offer patience with gentle boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They are a way to keep both people safe as they learn what to do next. When words fail, use small acts. Send a picture of something that made you think of them. Leave a note on their door. A small gesture can be more powerful than a long explanation when emotions are raw. These acts are not manipulations. They are invitations. They say, I remember you, and I hope we can find our way. Let such small invitations be frequent if you want to grow closer again. This story invites you to become brave in the small things. Bravery is not heroic fireworks. It is the quiet choice to pick up the phone when you are afraid. It is the small apology offered without expectation. It is the decision to care for yourself while caring for another. These are the acts that build trust brick by brick. For those who live in northern places and beyond, Remember that culture shapes how we show and read silence. If you come from a place where saying feelings out loud feels strange, begin with small sentences. Teach each other slowly how to name what is hidden. Language grows by practice. The fact that you are trying to change is itself a reason for hope. If the other person is not used to words, show them with habits first. Habits speak louder sometimes than speech. Finally, when the quiet has passed and you find comfort again, celebrate the small victory. A quiet healed is a lesson learned. Share your gratitude. Thank the other for returning. Light a small candle in your heart for the care you both chose. Let this be a model for future hard days. Let it teach you to return sooner and kinder when shadows come. If this message leaves you with one practical thing to do today, let it be this. Send one honest line to someone you have been waiting for, or to someone who waited for you. Keep it small. Keep it true. A single honest line keeps 1,000 fears from growing wild. Make it your small brave act for the day, and let it change the course of a silent hour. Carry this story with a soft strength. Let it teach you patience, courage, and a practice of steady repair. Let it remind you that love is not only in big declarations, it is in the small steps that return us to each other. Practice them, live them, and watch how the quiet between people turns from a wound into a space of learning, where both hearts become able to hold one another without breaking.